Welcome, Genesis International College students, to this comprehensive explainer. Today, we're basically acting as your personal blueprint for mastering Topic 5, Fix Paneling. We're going to break down the absolute crucial steps of exterior panel cladding, so, when you walk onto any job site, you're doing it with total confidence and clear expertise. Right off the bat, as certified practitioners in training, it's super important to remember that mastering this unit, it's not just about ticking a box to pass a module. No, this is literally the foundation of your professional reputation. The skills we're looking at here dictate the long-term weatherproofing and the structural integrity of the buildings you're going to construct. Your future clients, and for sure national building standards, demand nothing less than absolute precision from us. Okay, let's dive into this agenda. We're looking at 1. Planning the layout, 2. Measuring and safe cutting, 3. Weatherproofing and flashing joints, and 4. Fixing plumb and level. Now, you'll notice this structure directly mirrors the exact chronological progression of a live job site. Starting right at the beginning with Section 1, Planning the Layout. A master builder always plans meticulously before lifting a single tool. It's just what we do. So here are the key planning rules you absolutely have to live by on site. Balance symmetry, minimize narrow strips, and align joints with architectural features. Why does this actually matter? Well, calculating the visible face based on your required lap ensures you're actually meeting the architect's design intent. But honestly, more importantly for us, it prevents having to make those frustratingly unprofessional narrow cuts at the eaves or around window frames. Your starting position really does dictate the whole shebang. Let's move to Section 2, Measuring and Safe Cutting, and see how this builds. Okay, so our layout is planned, and we need to size our materials. But actually, before we make a single cut, we really need to address this stark warning: respirable crystalline silica hazard. In construction, you have to treat invisible site risks with the exact same seriousness as an immediate physical danger, like a falling hazard, right? When you're cutting fiber cement, using specific blades and strict WHS controls like on-tool dust extraction is absolutely non-negotiable. Your health literally depends on it. Now, what's really interesting here is how the manufacturer's manual boils down into 3 essential execution steps. We've got accuracy, allowances, and material handling. For accuracy, you need straight, clean cuts, usually with a track saw, because inaccurate cuts lead directly to highly visible gaps. Just don't do it. For material handling, securely support those large, thin sheets to prevent them from snapping. But the absolute critical piece here? Allowances. You must deduct for expansion gaps at the top and bottom of the wall. Without room to move and breathe, those rigid panels are eventually going to buckle on you. All right, moving right along to Section 3, Weatherproofing and Flashing Joints. So to keep the internal frame perfectly dry, our focus shifts to National Construction Code compliance. And the crucial point here is the shingle lap sequence. This is a precise bottom-to-top installation method, ensuring all flashings and membranes shed water outwards. This sequence right here, it is the absolute golden rule for validating weatherproofing warranties. Whether you're using jointers, clips, or corner stops, strict adherence to this bottom-to-top method guarantees the system is constantly shedding water away from the internal cavity. Which brings us to Section 4, Fixing Plumb and Level. In this final major phase, the precision you apply determines both the structural integrity and the aesthetic finish of the entire wall. Getting that very first panel positioned and fixed perfectly plumb is everything. That first panel is the baseline that all subsequent panels reference off. Think about it like a giant puzzle. If your first sheet is even slightly out of level, that tiny error multiplies across the entire facade, ruining your joints and throwing your window alignments completely off. Let's lock in this absolutely essential rule directly from the manual. Do not overdrive fixings or fix in the wrong sequence. This will distort the panel. To finish strong, you must strictly follow the manufacturer's fixing schedule. Use the exact right type, size, and spacing of nails or screws, and drive them flush rather than burying them deep into the board. That prevents creating unnecessary stress points. And if you fix in the wrong order, no way. You risk pulling those perfectly leveled panels right out of alignment. Which brings us to our final check. Are you ready to apply this blueprint on a live job site? As we wrap up Topic 5, remember that a job is never truly finished until the site is completely cleaned up and formally handed over. By planning meticulously, controlling your safety hazards, honoring those weatherproofing sequences, and fixing with dead-on precision, you are now fully equipped to deliver flawless cladding. So think about the facade you want to leave your professional signature on. What kind of standard will you set on your very next site?